Hey, welcome back to Manic About Movies. This week, we are switching it up a bit and we are not doing a movie that we picked. Rather, we're doing a current movie. And at work, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Overall, I've heard a lot of people talk about the movie. Uh, that is a popular new Netflix movie about it's a doomsday called Leave the World Behind,
Leave it behind, damn it.
starring Julia Roberts.
Ethan
Uh,
Hawke,
and
Mahershala Ali.
then I don't know the kids.
Yeah, but I know Kevin Bacon,
Yeah, Kevin Bacon.
but he's not really a
Yeah,
star in it. He's just there.
but I want to switch it up, do something current. Keep with the times.
Yeah, we need to give it the
And
ties. Quit with these movies from like 2 years ago and that Chris picks and mine from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, I'm living in the wrong time here. I need to get with it. Chris is dragging me to the current times.
it's just really strange. Whoever mixed the movie picked some weird music. Not that it's bad. It's just as some of the things just don't seem to fit.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
And from the start of the movie, it's just strange. And you go through and starts the movie, and you have your rich white couple with their two kids just wanting to start a vacation.
Are they that rich though?
I'd say they're well off. She's an upper management for advertising, and he's a professor at a college.
That's true, I guess. I guess any apartment in the concrete jungle is super
Yeah,
expensive anyway, so you might be
yeah.
right.
And so they're going to their vacation. I was drinking.
Oh yeah.
They're, they're going to their vacation trip for the weekend. Daughter's watching Friends.
Yeah,
Uh,
they rent a house, and you know what this house is called? A hamlet.
huh.
They called it a hamlet. What is this, Shakespeare?
Yeah.
What is this, foreshadowing or something? And also the daughter's a little iPad baby.
Oh my God, yeah. Daughter's an iPad baby, son's a hornball.
That he is. Did they pull up? Did they go to the grocery store and they see, you know what we witness when she's at that little grocery store getting some stuff for their vacation?
What?
They see a Kevin Bacon
Yup.
stocking up on some waters.
Because he knows something.
Oh, he knows something. Let me tell you, the bacon knows all.
The baker.
The bake man, the man's running wild. He's footloose. Well, and then here's the thing. They get to the house, right? She slides him some cigarettes, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't do it. These aren't mine, I swear. She's like, I know you sneak them. You can have them. And then he's like, let's get it on right now.
He's also a hornball.
Yeah, she's like, you got 15 minutes.
And he said, I only need two.
Yeah, premature ejaculation. That's what this movie is.
No, this movie's edging. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
Oh, yeah, there is no ejaculation. There's nothing.
yeah.
And then,
And
and then they go to the beach. They have a little family picnic. And Chris, what do they see? What do they see on this little
a
picnic
big
on the
old
beach?
oil tanker boat.
A big old ship that the daughter Rose is obsessed with. She stared at the whole goddamn time.
And the bro, when they were just getting to the beach, they had the fucking whole Jaws theme song playing and everything, acting like it was gonna be something. And then it's just a nice time at the beach until for 15 minutes until fucking something happens later on. But they
This
just had so much suspenseful music for no reason.
it's very anticlimactic. We're running into sand and now it's stopped.
Yeah,
That
like,
doesn't hurt
oh
anyone.
no, all let's just move 20 feet to the left. Oh, we're out of the way of the boat now.
They wouldn't even have had to move, to be honest. And
And
nothing happens really.
yeah,
And then some guys they ask him a question and he just goes, "Oh, there's been multiple groundings all along the coast today."
yeah, they asked the cop.
Yep. And then they get some Starbucks, get that product placement, get that
Yeah,
Starbucks money. And then they learn the internet's down, and then they see some deer at the house. And what does Ethan Hawke say? That's a good omen.
yep.
Wrong, wrong.
I think he did play a good clueless husband in the entire movie.
That he did. I haven't seen a movie that I haven't been a fan of his acting, except for maybe Dead Poet Society. I think he's kind of lame in that movie,
Uh-huh.
but he's also like a college kid. I can't hate on him.
Yeah.
But we got Mahershala Ali shows up to the house saying his. And Amanda doesn't trust him at all because she hates people. What do you think about her hating people? Do you think this is racially motivated, Chris?
What about I don't think she hates people. I think she hates certain races of people. That woman is she's as racist as you could get without just slinging slurs.
Well, in fairness, what did she say at the beginning of the movie when they're at their apartment?
I don't remember.
She says, "I hate people. That's why we're going away."
Oh yeah, I do remember that. But uh
She's just a racist against all humans.
I
The human race is what she's racist against.
yeah, but I just she just seemed so there were so many extra things she did which just
I do not trust you.
seemed racist because I guess the only other people in the movie were black. But
I don't believe a word you're saying.
she did not seem the most progressive lady.
Here, you play Mahershala Ali and you say something like super rational and that makes a lot of sense. And
Uh,
I'll
I
be Julia Roberts.
so the weather is pretty nice today.
I don't believe you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I don't trust a word you say. You don't know what the weather's like. The weather's probably shit outside. Just like you,
Uh,
you're shit.
yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
And
You
then
call me ma'am.
my daughter says something to me, and I say, "Well, you always gotta be nice to folk."
Yeah, you gotta be nice to us, white little girl.
Okay, I I don't know what role play we're getting into,
I'm in character as racist Julia Roberts.
and the first of the fucking edging is mm, when Marshala Ollie fucking goes to be like he's apologizing for being at the house and everything. He's like, "Oh, this is my house. I own it. You know, to make it up for you, I'll get you $1,000." And she's like, "Wow, I am gonna die because there are somebody else in this house besides me and my family. You're
Yeah,
here
it's
to murder me." And her husband is like, "Oh, yo, it's chill. It's all right. I understand. Maybe there's like actually something going wrong. Maybe the world is ending and you just come to be at your house."
not like you've seen. There's a lot of strange things. It's not like he's offering you free top shelf alcohol.
Yeah.
It's not like he's offering just to sleep in the damn basement, being as
Yeah.
rational as possible.
Yeah, he's just trying to be a nice guy. And and then, the first of the etching, he gives her $1,000, but what's also in the cabinet? A gun.
Oh my God. A gun. But
What do you
also, tell me, I thought this was going to go the purge route for a bit. They're up in this fancy rich house, they're talking about some prepping, And then they have the siren emergency screen on the text, and then it also has Ethan Hawke, who was in The Purge, doing the same thing with his family. We need to protect ourselves, so the world's ending.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna go that route for a bit.
I didn't think it was gonna go that route, but I thought that because the way they introduced the gun, it would lead to like a betrayal scene in the end, or so at some point,
Yeah, I kind
and
of thought that too.
it
But
totally did not.
yeah, I was expecting, some death, someone
But
getting shot.
but
What? Spoilers.
Eth,
Why did he get shot?
but they continue on, and more doomsday stuff starts happening.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
zillions of deer in this damn backyard.
Marshall Ali's like turns out that like Buddy's like a fortune teller, and he knew because of his work that shit was about to go down.
Yeah, his buddy is like some big defense spender.
Yeah,
And then
eh,
also, we have to mention Julia Roberts when she wakes up the next morning, has those four messages about cyber people hacking the mainframe, and then all of a sudden, a millisecond later, it disappears off her phone, which I thought was just weird.
and the next day, you know, Ethan Hawke goes to he wants to figure out his what's going on, so he's gonna go to town. Marshall Ali's gonna go visit his buddy.
And then
To
Archie's just gonna be a little shit and
Archie's gonna be a little
perv,
cornball.
perv on Ruth by the pool.
Yep.
Which, in all fairness, I don't think any of them should be just chillaxing in a pool, especially with a little, what's her name, with her iPad that's been frozen for like 3 days straight on
But
Friends.
yeah, that bitch just been watching the same Friends episode,
I,
listening to or looking at deer.
yeah, it's like, what is the electricity working in the house fine? I guess so. The electricity's fine.
Yeah, I
You can
mean
just keep charging her iPad over and over and over again.
electricity was fine, water was fine.
But the rest of the world is
The rest of the world
destroyed.
was ended though. I mean, I get the like maybe you have your own since there are like secluded, maybe they have their own well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The neighbor's house that he goes to visit, he said, is like a few miles away.
Yeah. But the neighbor, he goes to visit, empty, nothing there. Goes to check the satellite phone. Boop, don't work.
Beep, bop, boop, boop.
Uh-oh. Why does the satellite phone not work? They're supposed to always work. And so that's like a thing. His wife's supposed to come back from Morocco. He starts to head to the beach. What does he find on the beach? A watch. What's that watch attached to? An arm.
Arm.
What's that arm from? A plane that went down. That plane, what's it? What's right after that?
Oh,
Another
he
plane.
looks up in the sky and what does he see?
A
I
falling plane.
definitely couldn't hear that for a long time beforehand. A
Yep.
plane zooming at him.
And you know what you can do? Outrun a plane.
Yep, you can outrun a plane, smashing
Yep.
into the sand.
He outruns the plane, gets to safety.
I just don't get what this like obsession was with stuff crashing into the sand
I don't
on a
get
beach.
I don't get how accurate is it that if the world ends, a plane cannot fly?
I mean, are they running out of fuel and they're just like, oh, screw it, we're all running out right here at the Sac
There's
Space
no way
Bar?
they're not running out of there's no way they're running out of fuel. It's not like unless like their navigation system's forcing their autopilot, but even then you could turn off the plane and like glide it to safety.
Yeah, the pilot's like, well, the GPS says this is the landing strip. Well, the co-pilot's like, no, buddy, I think that's pretty sure that's a bulkhead. That's a beach with a
Buddy,
house.
I'm
And
pretty
he's
sure
like,
we're
no,
headed towards a
no.
house.
He's like, no,
Oh
that's
no no no
definitely the
no.
runway. You see where all that wreckage is with all that other
Yeah, that's where
plane?
the other planes land.
Yeah, see, look how successful that one was. Let's try it out. I don't get it. That's a point. It's like I don't understand how it'd be that bad. Now, I get if they were colliding in midair,
Yeah, I get like they're colliding in midair because like they
they don't
can't tell
have
there's
air
other
traffic
plane.
control,
Yeah,
but to just crash multiple
but every
times.
plane falling at the sky was like what?
Yeah. Yeah. It is a cool shot though. That's the one thing I've seen about this movie is they kept showing like how that was a real shot of Mahershala running into the house, closing the door, and all that water.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
I mean, this
And
movie has some cool shots,
yeah,
but
and Ethan Hawke, be- he's at like the beginning of Red Dawn, fucking pamphlets falling in the sky saying
yeah,
that
he's
death to
he's
America.
he's got a Spanish lady just freaking out, and he doesn't know how to speak it. She just abandons her to find some. I thought at first it was a helicopter from a distance, but I guess it was a drone dropping some
Oh,
leaflets all
I
over.
thought it was like a biplane at first, like a whole like Cessna.
Yeah, I thought it was like that stuff they drop to like stop fires because it was like that red
Uh,
stuff they drop, and then I looked closer, I was like, that's leaflets.
I thought it was like a guy spraying chemicals at first from like a Cessna.
Yeah, that's what I thought too at first. I was like, no, this is a helicopter. And then I also thought to myself, why in the middle of nowhere? This is a road
Yeah,
where all they can find is I mean, it's somewhere right outside of New York, but it's in the middle of nowhere. There's houses miles apart from each other. Why would they choose this secluded road in the middle of nowhere to drop leaflets?
yeah. And so he starts heading back because he's afraid. Marshall Ali got back, starts saying to fucking Julia Roberts what went down. She was like, no shot. And then he was like, yo, huh? And then they start to believe him. And what happens? The fucking world starts just sirens everywhere, ear screeching, piercing
That Jim Carrey
doomsday
most annoying
noises,
sound in the world.
and fucking they're all going deaf.
Okay,
Uh,
on this point, I must ask you, right? In my sidebars, I just kept writing Archie is the worst, Archie is stupid. And then he also calls it a sonic boom. He's like, like that sonic boom that happens. I'm like, a sonic boom is not a screeching noise. It is a boom,
yeah,
but whatever. But also, this screeching high-pitched noise that is driving humans insane. Shouldn't it be driving the animals to like near suicide? Because they have higher
yeah,
frequency ears. Like
yeah.
dogs with dog whistles freak out.
Well, it's not exactly, but I get your point. Like everything would be going insane.
Wouldn't like they see animals like crashing through the windows, like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. I mean, animals definitely would go insane, but like it's not like louder for them. They just have a wider range of sounds they can hear.
I guess that's true, but I feel like they would go nuts.
Oh yeah. And this starts happening. And all while this is going on, there's been like 17 decent plots that could have happened for a good Doomsday movie. And they just keep tacking on new things.
Yeah. And then
And
Ruth keeps saying, Julia, you are a racist bitch.
which
A
kind of
lot.
is.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have a right. She's not technically wrong in any way, shape, or form. And then what does
Arch.
Mahershala say? Arch is the worst. Let's not even talk about this guy. He got bit by a
Well,
bug.
yeah, but motherfucker got bit by a bug because of all this.
Yeah, he's just out in the woods making fun of his sister. Oh, this guy's watching you from the shed and he gets bit by a bug. What a loser.
And
And,
Mershala's like, you gotta be nice to them folk. And he could have kicked them out way and been so justified way beforehand, but he doesn't.
I mean, in
And
fairness, they paid for that weekend.
they
Kick,
they they, they paid for the weekend, yeah, but and then
I mean, if he wanted to, he's legally allowed to just be like, all right, here's your money back, get out.
yeah, and then what happens next? The whole family, well, the mom says we're gonna leave and we're
We're going
going,
to Jersey to see my sister.
And what do they do on their way there? Ad placement number 2.
The worst the
Tesla.
worst ad placement ever.
They fucking you see a pile of hundreds of Teslas because they're self-driving their way into each other. And I find it funny because like right when this movie came out is when Tesla got rid of their self-driving because of how dangerous it was.
Yeah. I'm like, this is the worst ad placement I think you could ever have. It's just showing that they're failing and smashing into each other.
Yeah. But
But I guess they want to pay for that.
yep. So that happened and then they're like, "Yep, we're going to go back to that family." And what does he do? Dumbly, he lets them back in because he's nice.
Yeah, the part that confused me with the whole self-driving car thing. So they pull up, right? And they see a bunch just
Yeah.
stacked up, and they sit there for a while. They're like, "Uh-oh, what's going on?" Then they both get out of the car, they chillax, then they see another one, and then they have a huge gap where there's no cars coming. And then all of a sudden, as soon as they get back in the car, 40 come.
Oh yeah, it's just another doomsday thing
Yeah,
that
a
like
little plot armor.
yeah, that's just primarily that's all it is.
Yeah, they
But
go back, they fall asleep, and what happens to Archie, Chris?
well, it's not this yet, I don't think.
Yeah, it's right after this.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought there's the no. Wait, no, is it?
yeah.
No, 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 no. Because but what happens before Archie is they go
Smoke weed
back,
together.
they smoke weed, the son or the dad flirts with this daughter, and
Well,
the and the
that part,
mom.
that part, I don't agree with.
Yeah, I don't
Sh
think the dad was flirting with the daughter. I
no,
think,
she flirted with him. She was
yeah,
like, "Yo, have you ever fucked one of your students?" And he's like, "No. Do you think I'm that type of guy?" And she goes, "It just seems like life's easy for you, especially when it comes to the women." She hit on him.
yeah, she was, yeah, and Marshalla and Julia Roberts were getting it on, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he
For
fucking
some reason,
had, and then he was like, "Oh shit, my wife just died. I watched her die, I think."
yeah. And then he tells her the story about the evil man that has the cabal. He
Yeah,
knows who runs the world.
and then they go to bed. And they
Yeah.
wake up, and what happens? Your boy Archie forgot to brush his teeth, and all of them start falling out.
Yeah, he spits up a little blood. He says, I can pull out three. I'm just gonna keep pulling them out because why not? But also, I have to point out the scene like right before they're going to bed when they're talking, Mahershala and Julie Roberts kind of reminded me of like if you ever seen Shaun of the Dead where like they're turning the lights on and off. You
I'm
see all the
not.
zombies and she's turning the lights on and off. You just see all the deer like blankly staring. That looked pretty cool. I won't lie.
Yeah,
All right, continue about Archie, the little muskrat.
Archie starts having like a rabies moment, and starts pulling out his teeth, and like daughter and her mom's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That
And
bug bite, that bug bite's getting him down bad.
all the orthodontists are fucking gone, so he can't even get like veneers.
He's screwed.
So he's screwed. And what happens next?
The power shuts off, and then what do we hear again?
The screeching.
Oh, also there's flamingos in the pool while
Yeah,
this is happening.
yeah.
And the flamingos fly away when the noise happens.
And what also happens during the screeching, or right before the
Glass
screeching?
breaks.
They lose the daughter.
They didn't lose her yet, did they?
Yeah,
Thought she gets up in the middle of the bed.
yeah, yeah. But that's what happens when they wake up. They lost the
Okay.
daughter. Archie pulls out his teeth.
Well, yeah, that's true. She's a little bitch. I'm not gonna
And
wait. She talks about the West Wing.
yeah, and
I'm not
Ethan
waiting.
Ethan Hawke, fucking he and Marshall Ali decide to go try to help the women go look for the daughter, fucking Marshall Ali finally grows a pair and stands up because they go to meet their fucking cons- the their
Contractor,
contractor Kevin Bacon,
the
and
Bakes man.
he's like, "Oh, the world's ending. I can be racist again."
I don't
And
even think he was being
I
racist. I'm not gonna.
I don't think he was, but there was one comment that he made that it was like he said they can go back to like how things were.
I mean, yeah, but he's mainly talking about like fuck off.
Yeah,
You know, it's Ethan Hawke's son, and he's like, I don't care about your son. And he's like,
yeah,
we're friends, and he's like, in a post-apocalyptic world, a guy like that ain't your friend.
yeah.
But
But
I digress.
they continue on, and they're Julia Roberts and them looking for the daughter.
They have a cool
Kevin Bacon,
shot. They have a cool shot of that with the spinning, and it turns into a pattern, kind of like signs.
yeah, Kevin Bacon and Marshall Ali having a stare down. They get into a heated debate, draw guns. This is the first time there's actually been something that might go somewhere in terms of like a doomsday between the group.
Ethan Hawke tries to reason, say, like you said, anything for your family, and I'm just saying when I'm doing anything for my family.
And then
Julia
what?
Roberts and Ruth are there in that shed, and she's like, "Why are you such a bitch?" And she's like, "I just know us as people, we all just fuck each other over. We're awful. I'm a
And
salesperson. I know we fuck each other over." And then finally, they become mother and daughter. They agree and they hug it out and they save each other.
and then what do they do with that? They start talking to the deers. All the deers appear.
They do a really cringy making all this noise to scare the
And
deer away.
that happens, then the tension keeps building, and then boop, all the deer run away. And then what
Yep.
happens? Kevin Bacon says, "All right, I'll actually give you them pills for the money."
Yeah, give me a
He gets the
thousand dollars.
pills. They start to go their separate ways. Marshall Ali starts to give a speech about like how
The
he knew everything was going on, and I thought
the
he thought
yep.
that whenever he was talking to Ethan Hawke, he's like, "You a ride or die," and he was gonna fucking pop Kevin Bacon. I was wrong.
Oh my goodness. Did you hear it again?
What?
Did my thing start making noise? Start doing Discord again?
No.
Okay, I guess I just hear it. Then. Thank God.
And I thought he was gonna pop Kevin Bacon. Turns out they didn't.
I know that's what I was saying. He talks about the three-stage process to overthrow a government that he
Yeah.
heard, and then Kevin Bacon through this like 5-minute monologue is just chilling there.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was
It's
gonna be like, "What are y'all doing on my lawn
yeah,
still?"
he's like, get out of here. But no, he's like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, he's like, "All right,
this thousand
bye."
dollars is going to be worth a barter because there's no Venmo anymore.
Yep. But they all start to head back.
Ruth and
Ruth,
Julia see New York through the woods, and it is gunfire, bombs blowing up. It is hellfire.
and what happens? The daughter is just chilling in the mansion
Yep.
because Kevin Bacon, he knew what was going on. They built a nice, comfy bomb shelter down there.
He told him, go look for it, Mahershala.
Yep.
I don't know why he wouldn't take it for himself with all the knowledge and everything he has. Maybe
Well,
he has the
I
best
think he
bunker
has something
ever.
at his house already.
True, if
'Cause-
he would, but if he wanted to survive, I'd say like, let's say he runs out of stuff at his place, he goes over to that bunker and takes whatever they
Yeah.
got.
Because, I mean, he shouldn't have had a lot since he was prepping for it right beforehand. So nobody get too much.
True,
But
but we get to her chowing down on Sour Patch Kids, Sody Pops, Cheetos, being a little terrible human being and not sharing with her family.
goes downstairs because she opens the vault door, turns on the electricity down there, sees there's a TV, And what's on the TV?
Well, there's a huge collection of DVDs and TV shows.
Uh-huh.
And Chris, what TV show does she pick?
Friends. And scene. Movie end.
Oh, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. Oh, it's over? Oh, this is no fun.
Yep. Fucking the whole movie had so many chances to be if it just picked like one or two of the fucking paths, it could have been a great and just went past it. It could have been a great movie.
Could
But
have been a
no.
quiet place,
Yeah.
but no.
Like if they just picked like oh it's it's just so like everybody lives so far. You don't like know anything. Like it's almost like they ended it and made the movie like it is so they can make another one, and that's the whole point. But like they
Yeah.
didn't leave the world behind because nobody died. Everybody that we know lives.
Yeah, but and then I guess what the assumption is Mahershala Ali is going to take him to the bunker, then they'll find Rose, even though Julia was right there. It's like Rose, and she heard her mom, and instead of going, "Mom, I'm here. Let's watch Friends," she just goes, "No, fuck you, Mom. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch Friends by myself."
And fucking Julia and like Julia Roberts and Ruth, what could they have done? They could have just fucking like they were holding hands looking at that bomb, and at first it was like, oh, it's a nuke and they're about to die. Finally something's gonna happen. Nope.
Nope.
I thought like the government nuked New York.
Someone was. I don't know if maybe it was just people blowing each other up because he's like, "Oh, you turn on each other and it becomes guerrilla warfare," or
Yeah.
what? But
But like you don't like you learn like, oh, it might be the Russians. Oh, it might be the Koreans. Oh, it might be the Saudi Arabians, the Iranians.
hmm
And then what do you ever learn anything? No. Do they ever pan to the rest of the world to see if anything's happening anywhere else? No. Do you know what the satellite issue is? No. Do you know what the large sound is? No. Do you know why all the animals were acting funny? No. Do you know why there was that bug that was so strange?
no.
No. Do you know why the navigations for the boats were off? No.
Their
Do you know why all
explanations
the
are just
planes? Do you
their
know why all the
explanation.
planes got EMP'd out of the sky? No.
It's because Mahershala Ali put that little cellular phone in the air,
Do
and it
you,
said, "Land right here."
do you know his friend's evil plan? No.
No,
Do you know the rest of the world? Is it safe or is it doomsday? No. Could this have been the aliens? I don't know.
it's just the whole thing of they're like, yeah, like there's a little dis display on the radio. The radio comes on for a second. It's like something's messing up with the animals' migrations. Oh, there's a lot of these happening all over. This is happening here. It's like nothing. It is edging with no conclusion.
Yeah. Like there's so many scenarios they brought up and didn't answer a single one.
And what's
And that's why
worse,
I give this movie like a two.
I give it a 2.5.
I think it had good acting, good cinematography, but just such god awful writing.
Well, here's the thing. I only liked, honestly, two performances in this movie. I didn't think Julia Roberts was very good. She didn't play
No,
convincing
I like
anything.
Ethan Hawke and I like Marshall Ali.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali and Ethan Hawke. I couldn't stand Archie. Ruth, I don't think she did that great. She's just I'm a smart aleck
Yeah, she
character.
played being a smartass very well.
Yeah, I guess I was meant not to like her, but then they try to make you like her, and I'm like, she's just so kind of rude. And then Rose is just there. I don't have any issues with her performance. Julia Roberts, though, I did not think did well. Neither did the Archie guy.
No,
No offense to
no.
y'all. Just didn't think y'all did very good. But I give it a 2.5 because I still think there's some cool shots, cool ideas, some good cinematography, a couple good performances, but it ain't better than a 50%. The fact that this has 76% on Rotten Tomatoes ain't crazy.
That's wild.
It should be like honestly a 50. Right
Yep.
down smack down the middle. It's like you gave us half a plot and you didn't give us the other half. And like if they did a sequel, what would it be about them chilling in the bunker watching Friends?
I hope they answer some of the questions and yeah, go
What
on.
they come back out, they're like, yeah, we found the bunker. We're thriving. We're safe in this bunker.
Well, I
Now,
hope it picks up with like all of them like walking into the bunker, finding Ruth, and then like shit starts picking up.
yeah, were you just gonna eat all these Cheetos without us, Ruth? I'd be pissed if I was them.
Yeah, I hope it's like them getting to the bunker, they chill for a bit, and then they're like the Ravagers start coming around and then trying to loot the bunker.
They had an obsession with TV shows of this.
Yeah.
Friends all throughout it, and then the big thing is her thing is remember the West Wing Aaron Sorkin episodes? They say God gave me a boat and something to survive the flood. What else did you want? And she's like,
Mm.
I'm not waiting anymore. And they didn't even show what she was dragging to that house, the
Yeah.
trail. So I was like, I don't know. 2.5 for me. Chris, a little more harsh too. You give it that extra
Yep.
point 0.5 bump down. But I think that's it for this week's episode.
Yep.
Any last thoughts,
Indeed.
Chris?
Nope, not at all. I'll see you all next week.
All right, see y'all next week.
Adios.
Adios.